Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area at 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Try again, buddy. Try again. Yay! Okay. Oh yeah! Good job. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE-DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalkradio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com. You're listening to WLFE-DB Radio. Now back to our program.
A small hollow in North Carolina. There have been several Bigfoot sightings.
Hunters may need to be on the lookout for something other than deer when they hit the woods this week.
He hadn't been spotted recently, but according to these pictures, the legendary Mothman is back.
The number of UFO sightings is soaring tenfold over the past 25 years.
Now, she's not talking about people. She is talking about ghosts hanging around what some say is a real-life haunted house.
You're listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy on Paratalkradio.com, a member of the WLFE digital broadcast family. Paratalk Radio is your one-stop for all things paranormal, the unknown, and the supernatural. Join us every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for discussions and guests on topics such as ghosts, hauntings, Bigfoot, UFOs, and more. This broadcast is rated M for mature and is intended for listeners over 16. The topics, views, and opinions expressed on our show may not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Paratalk Radio, our hosts, or our sponsors. Now, live from J-Wolf Production Studio in Ontario, New York, here are your hosts, Ted and Cindy.
Hi, everybody!
Oh.
I love it that you're saying vendor still wanted.
Yeah, well, you know, it's about the Parafest, you know.
Yes.
We really, really, really love the Parafest, and it's coming up soon. We need to promote it more. We need to get it out there. We need people to join us.
Join us!
So let's change the background. Let's go with something creepy.
Yay!
We gotta have creepy for our guest tonight.
Please,
actually,
I
like. I like this better though. It's kind of like an old piece of film that's just been kind of like,
Yes. Okay.
you know what I mean? So yeah, say hi to everybody.
Okay. Hi, Michelle Millions. Hi, Eric Harrison. Hi, Kimberly Porter. Boo to you too. Barry Mark. Hi. Let's see. Hi, Bill. Hi, Bob.
Yeah, and there's
Join
other
us.
people.
We have cookies.
Hi, Gina. Gina.
I have to get my food too.
Yeah, Gina Bankston. I love her to death. Hers is the Fox Den, her and Mama D. And
cute.
they're kind of working with WLFE now, so their show you can actually watch on WLFE, which is fantastic. They're so cool. So it's really, really neat to see them.
Hi, Tim.
Ooh. Is that Conwell?
Yes, it's Tim Conwell. So I have to tell you something. I literally just ended my All Signs live and came over here at 8:03. I was rushing. I think I was doing it for 4 hours.
Talking about Parafest, I just want to say this, that Tim Conwell is going to be at the Parafest this year. Set up, so he's going to be talking about UFOs and all those really cool things. Jillian Thrillian, I haven't seen you in forever.
Hi, Jillian.
I was just talking about you, silly girl.
And well, it's supposed to be on Sundays, Eric, but so I changed it from Thursdays, my All Signs, to Sundays, and for some reason I can't do it on Sundays. So I've been anyway.
Do it on
it's
Sundays.
supposed
You
to
got
be
something
on
going
Sundays.
on.
It's supposed to be on Sundays. So yeah.
Okay.
So I did it today quickly.
So before we get into our guest, who we both miss and love,
I miss so much. Wait, hi Chanel. I don't see. Oh, there she is. Hi Chanel.
Yeah, she said she missed you so much. You know, we were chatting before, and she said she missed you. She didn't miss me, but no, she said she missed me too. She missed me too.
I was just talking to Tom. Had come on and popped on in the earlier part of my show today, and I was like, man, I really miss you guys. I miss you, Tom. I miss all of our friends when we would sit there in the back chat and just have a good time and just chat.
Yeah.
Like, so maybe we need to do that. You know, just all sit and have a back chat.
Oh, I know. We haven't done it with Chanel in a long time. We haven't done it with
months, I feel.
Yeah.
It makes me sad because I miss my friends. I felt so connected to you guys, and now I feel like, boop.
So, real quick, some of you know that we went live this past weekend. Wednesday night, we went live.
Yes, we did.
Last Wednesday,
and
an investigation at a brand new location, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun to be with Mike and Christy and the four of us. Oh my God, it was amazing.
We need to do it again. I think we decided we're going to do another one at least.
I think the best part was when that door just opened on me and Christy.
Yes, I did not see that. Yes, Bill watched it. He was watching it live.
Yes.
And Bob was watching too, and I think Barry was there watching. I don't remember who else was watching.
I mean, I was just focused on Christy, and then when I turned, just as I went to turn and pan the camera, that door went whoop. I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, okay, that was just a little off. That was a little weird, but it was cool, you know.
That's cool.
So, but it was great. We'll be putting some more stuff out there. We've all agreed that we wanted to do some more hunting together.
Yes.
And that.
Maybe the next one should be like outside with you guys and Squatch watching.
Oh, you know, squatching would be fun.
Yes, I think so too.
I would actually like to bring our guest up and do an investigation with us. I think she'd love it.
Kenny was on there. He was watching.
Yeah.
He was watching on Wednesday night. He sure was.
So real quick, just an update for the Parafest. We are now having a VIP party with a DJ, so we'll have music. We're going to be able to bowl. We're going to be able to play darts, play pool, the whole deal. It is going to be an extra cost, but it'll be fun for everybody.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think so
Like,
too.
with
So
the stars, so they can do it with the stars. Is that it?
yeah, and they just keep piling in. Right now, we need to get our vendors going. But all right, so let me read this about our
Hi,
guest.
Alicia. Yes, Alicia was watching too.
Yeah. All right, so our guest tonight is Genevieve Kelly, and she is the owner of the Jersey Shore Ghost Tours. She is a Halloween enthusiast and storyteller and brings her love of the paranormal and history to life through ghost stories. Excuse me, Genevieve has been scaring audiences since 2007. Jersey Shore Ghost Tours operates walking tours in Keyport and Red Bank, New Jersey through the Halloween season. Genevieve is also the ghostess of the Creepy Parlour, which is a part of WLFE DB Radio. She's on hiatus right now because it's Halloween time, so she's really, really busy. And her show features things like the macabre, gothic, and delightful creepy things. So without further ado, let's bring our Genevieve on. Everybody say hi to Genevieve.
Hi, Genevieve. I miss you so much.
I miss you too.
Look at how adorable you look. You look like
so do you.
Wednesday. You look
That's
like
always the goal. That's always the goal.
I love it. I love it.
I miss you guys so much.
I miss you too. I was just telling Tom, I miss having our conversations with everybody. I miss the connection we had. There's Tom. Hi, Tom. I was just
I see everybody's in here. Dominic's in here. David, Chanel, John Covey. Hello, John.
Covey, how are you? I miss you guys so much.
I know.
I really do miss you guys.
You know, the family, during the winter time, usually because of the weather is, when we get more shows and stuff like that, because people are bored.
Len was there too, I think.
He was down
there on Wednesday. Yep, Len was there.
Hello to Boss Man Ted and lovely Cindy and scary Genevieve.
Yes, that's always what I want to be.
Oh, I love it, Len.
Hi, Barry.
Now, Len's show is going to be joining us here soon. His show is called Southern Fried Paranormal, so look for his show on WLFE. He will be joining us. We also have another new show called Off the Cuff with Dustin. You can look for that as well. And then, as we mentioned earlier, Gina and the Fox Den is also there as well. Was going to comment, Genevieve definitely got them Wednesday vibes.
Always the plan.
That's
Wednesday
awesome.
or Morticia. I'll take either.
There you go.
Right. Listen, Morticia, you have to have that long dress.
I have that.
That's all right. So,
I need to go get my food really quick. Excuse me.
What'd you do? Pass gas?
What?
Nothing. So, I don't know about you, Genevieve. Actually, I do know, because it has got to be my favorite holiday of all holidays is Samhain. And, it's, hey, Christy London. We were just talking about you, dear. So it's like, there's no holiday like this. I mean, from the Day of the Dead to St. Hallows Eve to like Samhain and everything else. I mean, it is the best holiday. I don't care who you are. And the people
all year.
Yeah. But you know what really gets me is the people that want to shut it down.
Oh.
Because that's coming up. People are going to be starting to do that stuff.
I know. And even with trick-or-treating, we have seen such a huge decrease in kids going out trick-or-treating. And I think it's because a lot of people are doing those trunk-or-treats now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's nice because you have a nice little community that you can trick or treat in, but where's the fun? We used to target neighborhoods and just descend on that neighborhood to get candy.
Yeah. Well, we actually, for my new job, we have a beautiful courtyard, and it's set right in the village of Caledonia. And we have actually we're going to be approaching all the businesses to give them an area to where they can set up a table. And the village has agreed and said that they love the idea. They're going to help push it to where the kids can walk through all of the courtyard
that's
and get
fun.
candy and stuff. So, and buddy, the Bigfoot's going to be there. We got
I love him.
Scooby Doo, who's going to be going back and forth across the street because he's part of the Masons. So it's gonna be fun.
Is that on Halloween or is it a
Yeah,
different
it's right on Halloween from 4 to 8. Yeah, in Caledonia. It's gonna be
Fun.
fantastic.
Okay,
I love
so
it, Jillian.
This,
I'm
but
a
I
full
may have to
candy
go pick
bar
up
house.
Jack. What's that?
She is. She takes it seriously.
Apparently.
We had one year, it was not too long after I bought my house. It was the first time that we could really have trick-or-treaters. And because I had always lived in like apartments, it was like my own trick-or-treaters,
Oh, fun.
and nobody showed up. And I was like running down the street, like, I've got candy. I'm like, they're gonna be like, there's a witch on Osborne Street that is trying to scare children.
Osborne Street.
chasing the kids down the street with candy.
You know, and I get it, but I'm sorry.
That's a great street name just in and of itself.
It's one of the reasons I moved here.
Yeah, I mean, Halloween is the best time, and I don't care who you are.
For those of you who do not understand the reference, we are talking about the one and the only Ozzy Osbourne. And of course, Sharon, duh.
So why don't we talk about Halloween and its origins and all that, since we have you, Genevieve, here, since you are a master of all this stuff. So let's talk about say Hallows Eve or Samhain, or whatever you want to call it at this point. So I'll let you take the floor.
So one of my favorite things is the legend of Stingy Jack, which is how we got jack-o'-lanterns. Do you know that one?
Yes, but I also know that there's a part of that story that you tell yours and I'll tell mine. How about that?
Okay. So the legend that I know of dates back to Ireland, and there was a man called Stingy Jack, and true to his name, he didn't like to pay for things. He met up with the devil. The devil was going to take his soul. So he talked the devil into going to get drinks with him. So they go to a tavern, they have some drinks, and he said to the devil, it would be great if you turn yourself into a coin and we trick the bartender and use the coin to pay the bartender. Then we don't have to pay anybody. So the devil turns himself into a coin. Stingy Jack puts the coin in his pocket next to a silver cross. So the devil's now trapped in the coin. So then they leave the bar. He releases him. He says, I will release you. He says to the devil, I will release you if you leave me alone for a year and a day. So he releases him. A year and a day goes by. Stingy Jack meets up with the devil again. This time he tricks the devil to go up into a tree and places a cross at the bottom of the tree. Finally, he says to the devil, I will let you down if you promise you will never take my soul. So the devil said, okay, fine. He gets released again. Years go by. Stingy Jack passes away. Now he can't get into heaven because he's been such a miserable human being. And he can't get into hell because the devil made a pact with him. He can't go into hell. So the devil threw him some coals from hell. He hollowed out a lantern, which we now know is the jack-o'-lantern, and he uses that to light his way because he's in the darkness and the in-between between heaven and hell. So that's how we get jack-o'-lanterns.
Oh. And now to go back to a older story.
Real quick though, they were not pumpkins at the time. They're turnips.
Right. They're right. And that's the way I learned it. Your pagan culture for Halloween or so on is the same way, is that they used to actually, the witches or the people that celebrated this holiday would try and have a clearing somewhere where people had to walk through the woods to get to there, or they try in a very secluded area where people couldn't get to easily. So what they would do is they would take their gourds, their turnips, their any type of large thing that they could hollow out, and they would actually make these scary faces and fill them with light and then hang them in trees. That's the same thing as like they would take and make what are they called? Wind chimes. Out of wood, so that they would smack each other and make noises like bones breaking and stuff like that, and they would hang them from the trees. So that's where I know that it came from, was from the pagan celebration. They would just put them out there to keep the demons away and people that were not wanted from their celebrations.
I'll take them all. I'll take them all.
That's right.
Yeah. So, and
actually...
it's just recent that we started using pumpkins. And I think it was because it was orange and it was big, you know, and people wanted, you know,
and they're native. I think they're native to North America. So when people started coming here and celebrating Halloween here, they used pumpkins instead of turnips. I've carved a turnip. It is not easy. It is not easy. And
well, it's not easy with your squash either, because you can do it with all types of gourds, and it's very hard to do.
Yeah. I had like a Dremel and I was trying to dig out the turnip to make it big enough to put a candle in there. And
that's amazing.
If you don't make it big enough, the turnip starts to cook inside.
Wait, what?
Because you got the candle. You have like the little, little candle in there. And it got all squishy. But I try to do it every year.
Right. I will stick with my pumpkins.
They're much easier.
They are much easier.
They're much easier.
And plus, you know, with your pumpkins, I mean, if you get enough of them, and they're fairly cheap, they're $5, you know, something like that. So, you know, people like to use them as well for their pumpkin pies and their breads and stuff.
Different
like that.
Pumpkins, though.
And pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds.
Yes, you can use the pumpkins from the pumpkin seeds from the one that you're digging out, but the other pumpkins that I use for my pumpkin pies or stuff are just smaller pumpkins that, you know, I
sugar
cut
pumpkins.
out. So. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm hungry. I was just talking for 4 hours.
Now, speaking of pumpkins,
go get Jet, Teddy.
Where is it? Now, hold on.
I don't think Jet can find a way home.
Uh-oh. What does that mean? I'll get you as you're eating. It's fine.
Just like any good waitress.
I was terrible at that when I was a waitress. I got them every time.
So it is pesto fettuccine.
So I can hear you.
And chicken breast.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. What does it say?
Paratalkradio.
Very cool.
Anyway, so my son is at his friend's house and decides to call me and tell me now. Yes, I remember that. I love it so much.
So
that's a good carving.
Yes, Bill, go rewatch. Yes.
Yeah, they're you can get them from anywhere, basically. It's a hollowed out pumpkin.
Oh, yeah. They're the Funkins, I think they're called.
Yeah, you just cut out the bottom, you know, and because they're hollow.
You can get them at Michael's or Joanne Fabrics.
Yeah, and carve your own stuff, and you never have to worry about somebody smashing your pumpkin because they ain't real.
Hi, Jim Fury.
Mine are on my front porch right now. I'm a little nervous.
Well, we haven't done ours yet. We haven't set up anything yet. Hello, Anthony Seminelli. Hello. Hello, Brett Slack from all the way over in the UK.
Oh, hi, Brett.
Hey, Brett.
So I had just bought the large 6-foot Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and he's holding a pumpkin that says Ghostbusters logo in it. I just got that to stick on the front yard. And then my mom has a really big black cat, and they're the blow-up ones.
I love that.
Is the Marshmallow Man a blow-up?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay!
That's the best.
Night, Dom.
Yep. Bye, Dom.
Teddy, did you hear what I said?
No, what? Oh, yeah, you had to go get...
I may have to go get Jet.
Okay. All right.
So it may be gone for about 15 minutes.
Okay. Well, I'm sure I can handle it.
Not that I want to leave, but...
Yeah. So, Halloween for you, let's get into it a little farther. So Halloween for you is what, Miss Genevieve?
So one of my favorite things about Halloween, I mean, like I'm not kidding when I say like we live this all year round. My house is always decorated for Halloween, but like now it's like the time of year where everybody else, like you can just easily access the Halloween things around.
Mm-hmm. And they're so early. Everybody's so early with their stuff though, too.
Yeah. And I think that's gotten a little bit less important for me because like I used to go to the Halloween stores and like stock up my stuff for the year. Now you don't really have to because you got Amazon and things like that. It's not as big a deal. But for me, Halloween, I love the fact that it is the time where the veil between the worlds is thin. You can hang out with your ancestors a little bit easier. You can have those, you see those shadows quite a bit. You hear those little whispers a little bit more.
It's funny you just said that.
In the next room when nobody's there in the house with you.
I have to say this because when you said that, all I could think of is What We Do in the Shadows. I love that show.
Are you caught up with this season?
Not yet.
What is in the shadows?
No,
Tell
not
me
caught
about
up
this.
yet. Don't say nothing yet. I'm not caught up yet.
What is this? Tell me about what it is, though.
It's a vampire mockumentary.
Yes, and it's very funny. It's hilarious. It's stupid.
Wait, where do I find it?
It's on. Yeah, it's also on Netflix. Yeah.
Okay, we need to watch it.
Jill says, "Don't get her started. I will talk about them for hours." I want to be Nadia.
Nadia. Yeah.
What is it called?
Hello, little bit. What We Do in the
Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes.
It's even funnier for me right now because this the show is set in Staten Island, which we can see if we walk down to the like a couple blocks down the waterfront by my house, we can see Staten Island from there. So it's like this nice like maybe they're there.
FX and Hulu. Oh, so it's not on Netflix?
The movie might be. There's an original movie.
Aww.
It might be. Yeah, you will. It is really funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of it's very stupid, though. I mean, they have a vampire that's the energy draining vampire. He's not like a real vampire, and he kills me.
He destroys me. He destroys me.
Yeah. What the hell is his name?
Colin Robinson.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was in The Office too, that actor.
Yeah, the movie was good too. You're right, Eric.
Yeah, the movie was great.
Guillermo? How do you say his name?
Yes.
Guillermo. Oh my God.
It's just, I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's funny. It's
as much as I want to be a vampire, I'd end up playing him if I ever, because somebody would look at me and go, that's who you're playing.
And they've got the werewolf and the vampire rivalry that they bring up throughout, which is always hilarious.
I like where they just turn into a bat and fly away for some stupid reason. Remember when they got caught up? The one got caught in the freaking veterinarian hospital in the cage.
Teddy, we don't know this.
Okay, all right.
I'm sorry.
It's funny, Cindy. Watch it and let me know what you think.
Well, but if it's on, if it's not on Netflix, I won't be able to. And they're saying it's on FX and Hulu. I don't have either of those.
Sorry.
We can do a watch party if you want.
There you go.
Right. I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to find out where I can get FX.
Little bit saying Cindy.
Hi, Little Bit.
Hi, Little Bit. I don't see her on here.
Yeah, I know. She's over on the other page. But Kenny Biddle is there as well. Hello, Kenny.
Hi, Kenny.
So, Cindy, for you, what is Halloween?
Samhain.
You want to elaborate?
Well, Halloween is and I need to enunciate again. It's Halloween. It is not Halloween. It's Halloween because it's All Hallows Eve. It is not Hallow Eve.
Hello.
I'm in Jersey. It's Halloween.
It drives me.
I do say Halloween.
My kids are like, you're saying it wrong. I'm like, no, it's All Hallows Eve, so therefore it's Halloween.
I think it's just because of the way Westerners talk. That's the way it came about.
Right. But those of us who
doesn't mean it's correct.
Grammar Nazis.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it about Samhain that you like?
So Samhain,
I have a feeling I know.
Who do not know, that is a pagan holiday, and it looks like Samhain, Samhain. However,
and there's a lot of people that say that too.
It is. They do. You always know those motherfuckers that don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
It didn't take long. It didn't take long.
We've been live a whole 30 minutes. That's the first time she swore so far.
Yeah.
30
Anyway,
minutes.
so yeah, Samhain is how it's pronounced. And it is and a lot of times it is supposed to be on October 31st, but true Samhain is approximately about like November 7th. That is the midpoint. That's the midpoint. The midpoint between. And now I got to get stuff out of my thing. It is the midpoint between winter solstice and the fall equinox. Anyway, Samhain is the witch's new year. So it is when we turn our whole calendar starts anew, and it is when we can feast with our dead. We can communicate with the dead.
I'm glad you said feast with instead of feast on.
Yes, we feast with our dead.
That could have gotten really ugly really quick.
That could be really scary. Ugh. Cannibalism at its finest, friends. What did I just do with my? Oh, I'm like, what did I just do with my phone? Anyway, yeah. So it's a pretty big. It's a pretty big holiday. It's a high holiday for us that are pagans and witches. We do a lot of work, especially trying to help souls cross over. We also share. One of the things that we like to do is to invite our family members that have passed, and we set a table, set a place setting for our loved ones that have passed, and so that they know and understand that they are remembered all times. But we are making a concerted effort to make sure that they know and understand that they are there. It's almost like Dia de la Muerte, where the Day of the Dead, where they go and honor their dead by giving them food and stuff like that. And we do the same thing. We do put food on the plate. And so then after our festivities are over for the night, we make sure and we go and take it outside and make sure that we are honoring, those around us, whether it be animals or the goddess and God, whatever.
I have my special plate that is for ancestor dinner every year.
I love that so much. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, for us, it's the same deal. It's a pagan cultured holiday. We celebrate it in many ways. We remember the past by lighting a candle for those that have gone, that are not here any longer. We try to also look at that as our new year. I mean, we take that as it's time for us to look ahead, look forward.
And let go of everything from last year.
Right. And so there's a lot of celebration for, who has passed, but we do set the table, and the leftovers actually get carried to the four corners, and they are put at an eastern corner for those, because it's said that the dead will pass through there to go to the next.
Excuse me, Jet's calling.
To the next level and next place, and they need food to stay satisfied and get there, so we put it at the corner.
We always equate food with love, right?
I know. No wonder we're all fucking overweight. I mean, fucking overweight. Ding.
I'm loved.
and Kenny Biddle just says, actually, Samhain is pronounced Sa-win. Sa, like sup, but not S-U-S-A. So yes, we do know. So it's funny because every culture, whether it be Irish or Scottish or any of them that are rooted in paganism, they really do celebrate the same style things. I've heard stories over the years of what they do. And do you know that blowing out the candles on your birthday is also a pagan tradition?
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to blow them out. You're supposed to snuff them out, because when you blow them out, you're blowing away your wish.
Yep. And not only that, but who wants to blow on candles during COVID? I mean, we're not eating that cake. Sorry.
Yeah, and make sure that you don't have a mouthful of moonshine.
Listen, I remember having a mouthful of moonshine at Paratalkradio studio.
Yes, at the studio.
And it was disgusting.
It's rough, yes. It is rough.
I was like, I never had moonshine before in my life. And what was it called? Like apple pie or something.
Apple pie moonshine.
Yeah,
I just made some last week.
It's a lie.
It did not taste like apple pie.
But,
it put my mouth on fire.
That made me think of another thing with Halloween is bobbing for apples was supposed to that whole fun game that everybody does. It was supposed to signify life over death.
Right.
That you were dipping.
Listen, you bob for apples. Now you're bobbing for Corona.
Yeah, I'm not bobbing for apples.
Listen, I don't want Corona.
No.
I'll take it with lime.
Corona with lime. Yes, we could make a vat of Corona.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
we could go bobbing for limes.
Some of the other things, like we have a really good friend who we haven't spoke to in almost a year. We got to get him on the show, but Mungie, and he has his own thing with Halloween as well. I mean, his whole name it's pretty. Hello, Carly Hall. Hello, Carly.
Hi, Carly.
It's a very disgusting definition for his name, but it's something that for Halloween it fits right in. You know,
blowing a cake is bad nowadays. What does that mean?
Blowing a cake is bad these days. Think about it. COVID. That's what Genevieve said. You blowing out the candles.
No, we still do it in my family.
But skeletons, and then you can get into voodoo where they use the coffin nails, and they use all of these things for voodoo and hoodoo and all of these different. I
have made some protection jars with
coffin nails
and stuff like that. Oh yeah, defensive magic. Listen,
thank you, Kat. Thank you, Carly. Yeah, Carly and Jack will be a part of the Parafest coming up. I
know. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see you, Carly.
Oh, by the way, Cindy, you know who else maybe? I mean, fingers are crossed. I'm really hoping she says yes.
Who?
The one below you.
I hope so too, Genevieve.
I hope so. I'm gonna try it. It's gonna it all depends on work, but yeah, definitely. I'm trying to get Jillian to come with me to do a whole sister weekend.
Jillian, yes. Oh my God, we will have so much fun.
No pressure. I'll just call her out on Paratalk.
Yes, me too. Jillian Thrulian, I'll be seeing you in March. Hey, Teddy, I was with somebody over the weekend that's going to be at Parafest as well.
Who's that?
The Cookster, our UFO Cookie Stringfellow is going.
Oh yeah, you were with Cookie.
Well, I was with the Cookster. Yep.
Nice.
I did an event on Saturday night. It's called Sybil's Birthday Party, which is for historic Palmyra. And
nice.
I do readings, and we do readings, and there's food, and then they do a group reading. It's a lot of fun.
I got a message for Genevieve. I'm so excited. Genevieve really needs to go. I would love to meet her. By Carly Hall.
Oh, cool.
Yay!
Carly also says, Ted and Cindy, you both look stunning as always.
Oh, thank you so much. Wait,
I know I look good, damn it. I know I do.
I just heard an echo for a second there when you were talking, Teddy.
Yeah, you can't help it. I mean, every once in a while it does happen.
Oh.
Cindy,
it's funny because I don't usually hear one.
Cindy, do you get busier? Do you get more do you get more activity?
I think everybody that's sensitive in any way, shape, or because the veil gets so thick, there is so much crossover. It's
so like thin, you mean? The veil?
Yeah, thin. What did I say? Thick?
Thick.
Sorry, brain's on something else.
Is that my boobs, Teddy? I know you love them.
No.
Look, it's right there for you too. Motorboat.
Not a chance in hell.
It's so ready for you, Teddy.
Not a chance in hell. I'll eat my almond joy.
Boobs. So I like
to tease him
a little bit.
Hello, Tammy and Nick. I think that's how you say her name. And Carly Hall, she's laughing. She goes, "Get so thick, LOL." I meant then.
Yeah. So yes, I get busier. I get busier now going into the season. It usually starts in August, goes through September to August. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm noticing lately it feels like around August, like the first week of August, it starts to shift.
It's funny because it used to feel that way even like the third week of August, but I agree it has been getting the last 2 years especially.
Yes.
I can feel it like thinning sooner than it normally would be.
Yeah, there's times where I wake up and I'm like, it's Halloween time.
I
It's
know.
August. But it's Halloween. I smell it. I feel it.
Comment from Carly again. I agree, though. I always have more protection and grounding the closer we get to sowing.
Yeah, Samhain. Yes. Mounds don't.
Thanks, Barry. Mounds don't, because I ate the almonds.
Joy got nuts. Mounds don't.
Yep.
Because
So let's.
Sometimes you don't.
So let's get into some more creepy stuff. Let's get
Yes.
into let's talk about your poets, because
Sex baby.
you and I have a love for a certain poet.
Oh, you're talking about
Is it
my
Edgar Allan
Uncle
Poe?
Edgar? Uncle
Uh-huh.
Edgar?
Uncle Edgar.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love him so much.
Mm-hmm.
I have his signature tattooed on my wrist. I don't know if you can you see that?
what?
Yeah. A few years ago, I entered a writing contest, and I told myself that if I placed in the contest, that I would get his signature tattooed on my wrist, so that it would remind me to write.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah. So it's like right across my arm.
That's hysterical. I love it so much.
It doesn't really remind me that much. I don't make as much time for it as I should. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in all honesty, I'm really busy telling stories, not necessarily writing them. But yes, Uncle Edgar, his the anniversary of his death was this past Thursday.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
And his death is still an unsolved mystery.
Mm-hmm.
What? Now
Yep.
I need to go learn about Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, I'll tell you everything you need to know about Edgar Allan Poe.
Talk about
Cindy.
it right now then. Tell me, because I've never heard about his death.
Okay. October 3rd, 1849. Edgar Allan Poe was found outside of a bar in Baltimore. He wasn't supposed to be in Baltimore. He also was not wearing his clothes. He wasn't wearing his own clothing. It was somebody else's. He was delirious, and he never quite regained his right mind.
Maybe I did hear this.
October 7th, he passed away, and he
That's my niece's birthday, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes, October 7th is my niece's birthday.
Supposedly his last words were, "Lord, help my poor soul." We don't know that that's true. But no one knows exactly why he died. They said it was congestion of the brain, which was a fancy word for alcoholism.
Oh, alcoholism.
But still, nobody knows. I'm echoing. Can you hear me echoing?
Oh, I didn't.
It shouldn't now.
Is that better? Yeah. Oh, no, I'm still echoing.
I don't hear it. Hang on one second.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so after he passed away, only 7 people attended his funeral, which is like absurd because he was a pretty well-known writer.
Mm-hmm.
His arch rival, Rufus Wilmot Griswold, wrote his obituary, and what he wrote just was total defamation of character. It was talking about him being an alcoholic and a drug addict, and that he was a maniac and all of this stuff. In a very fancy way, he wrote it, but the reason why a lot of people think that he was an alcoholic or a drug addict today is because of what Griswold wrote.
Wait, I missed something? What did Griswold write?
He wrote Edgar Allan Poe's obituary, and he claimed to be his literary executor, so he assumed responsibility for all of his work. But they were rivals. They were competing for the same woman. There was a whole bunch of like professional rivalry. So the cool thing about it is that Poe has this awesome monument in Baltimore where he's buried with his wife and his mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Griswold is buried in an unmarked grave in Brooklyn. So I think Poe won in the end.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but they still don't know exactly why he died. There's theories of people thought it was rabies, a brain tumor, drug overdose, cholera. They also suspected it could be what was called cooping. Cooping was he was found on an election day. So cooping was a practice that was done back then, where these not so great politicians would actually have people kidnap people and send them to different voting booths.
Yes. I remember hearing that part of it because
Yeah.
I'm an election
Oh, yeah, you
inspector
are.
myself. So I remembered hearing that part of it because they would steal people and take them out of their jurisdiction so their votes wouldn't count.
Yep. And then they think that was a really plausible theory because he was not wearing his own clothing, and he was known for being like very impeccable when he like very nicely dressed, even though he didn't have a lot of money. So it was odd for him to be found like all disheveled that way.
So real quick, I Googled a couple things here. One of the claims that Griswold had on here, it says among the last requests of Mr. Poe was that he became Poe would become, or Griswold would become his literary executor for the benefit of his family.
The benefit of his family, it should stay in his family then. How would this guy know? Unless this guy had a hand.
Here's more. Here's more. It says the most prominent is that he died from complications of alcoholism. The doctor who saw Poe in the tavern believed that Poe had been drinking heavily and that he ultimately succumbed to the tremors and delirium that accompanies alcohol withdrawal.
DTs.
And he was 40 years old when he died.
Yeah, he was 40.
That's young.
26 years after he died, his body was exhumed. And they moved it in Westminster Burial Ground. They moved it from the spot where he was to the new spot where they have this beautiful monument. When they did that, there was witnesses that said that they saw his brain still in his skull, which after 26 years should not have been seen.
No.
Correct.
So it was thought that he had a brain tumor that had calcified, and that's what they saw.
Well, wait, how would they have seen through his skull, though?
They exhumed him.
But unless there was ways, like if there was
They saw it rolling out of his skull.
Grody.
I was trying not to get too graphic on you, but
listen, I'm fine with that. I don't know. That's weird, though.
Yeah, and then for decades there was the Poe toaster. So there was I believe it was a man that would go to Edgar Allan Poe's grave on his birthday and toast him and leave cognac and 3 red roses, and no one ever found out who it was.
Maybe the person who killed him.
No, this is like in the 1900s.
Because we are in the 2000s.
I know.
That's a century.
I meant like 1960, like that around that time.
Interesting.
But it is the 1900s.
It is the 1900s.
It sounds so old.
It's hysterical because my children would be like, back in the 1900s, I'm like, you mean when Jessica and I were born, your sister and your mother, like those 1900s?
Yeah, the olden days. The olden days.
The olden days.
Yeah.
It's funny because if you think about it, now 200 years ago is only 1821.
It's not cool, Cindy. Not cool.
Before, when I said 200 years ago and I was talking about the year I was born, it would be 1771. However, we have to add 50 onto that now, and it's now 1821.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I can actually find the real obit, but that's actually pretty hard to find.
The what?
The obituary form.
Oh, I have it.
Hard. Oh, you do?
Oh, please. Let's go.
I have it. I have it bookmarked.
Oh my God, you freaking rock.
I'm
Genevieve.
insane.
I love you so much.
I'm insane. Okay.
No.
So
not at all.
Did you find it?
I found it. I got it.
Okay. Would you mind reading it?
It's long, but I'll read some of it. Edgar
Okay.
Allan Poe died in Baltimore on Sunday last. His was one of the very few original minds that this country has produced. In the history of literature, he will hold a certain position in a high place. By the public of the day, he is regarded rather with curiosity than with admiration. Many will be startled, but few will be grieved by the news. He had very few friends, and he was the friend of very few, if any. But his character and adventures were too remarkable, and his literary merits too indubitable to pass from the stage with the simple announcement already given. Then it goes into a bunch of stuff about his family. He went to West Point, a bunch of stuff about that.
What? He went to West Point? That's amazing.
He did. I'm trying to like scroll up my screen.
Hello, Philomena.
Looking for the
Hi, Philomena.
The part where they talk about his. He was a literary critic for a while, and he was apparently like a really brilliant critic, which made him a lot of enemies at the same time.
Of course it would, because nobody wants to be on the bad end of.
I know that at one point there was something said that his writing was kind of a cross of satire and what's the other word I'm looking for?
I'm scrolling through.
It flew out of my head.
Horror, satire, and.
Well, he did have. He wrote a lot about stories that actually happened.
Right.
He just kind of like extrapolated on them. The story of Marie Roget actually happened in Hoboken, New Jersey. It was the story of Mary Rogers, who was a cigar girl, and she disappeared. Her murder, they found her dead, and her murder was not like, it was just this big, huge scandal. They thought that her boss had killed her and stuff. But he based that on that story. Like he did a lot of things that were based on
fact.
On fact, yeah.
Oh wow.
We do have a story on our Keyport Ghost Tour that I try to stretch it to be related to Poe a little bit, but it's the pirate Captain Kidd was well known in the Bayshore area in New Jersey, and he's got some treasure supposedly stashed in a lake not too far from here. And
that's cool.
The story, The Gold Bug, was based on Captain Kidd's treasure and it not being found. So I'm like, well, we've got Captain Kidd's treasure here, so maybe Poe was influenced by something here. But Captain Kidd's an interesting ghost because people see him and he talks to them and tells them that he's still here. So
what?
Wow,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Cool. Can I go see Captain Kidd's ghost? Come on.
Come and see me anytime.
Oh
by the way, Genevieve, Carly Hall says, I knew I would love you. Edgar is my favorite all-time poet.
He's wonderful. He's wonderful.
Yeah, I love his mind.
Tom says he had an apartment here in Philly.
He did, and I've been there. And actually, I went to Baltimore. We went and saw his grave. They did a reenactment of his funeral a few years back. Oh, Jillian.
I love it. At least those that pass from alcoholism will have a well-preserved liver.
Oh, my God.
Maybe.
What about Bill Davis? He said, I went to Keyport schools, LOL.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
What no one knows is Genevieve is actually a ghost. She cracks me up.
Tom says he was just in Baltimore. Nice.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I did.
Go ahead.
I did a road trip for I was going to a work conference and it was down in North Carolina. So I stopped along the way in Baltimore. I stopped in Richmond where the Poe Museum is. I stopped in Petersburg where Poe spent his honeymoon and did like all sorts of Poe things on my way.
Oh, that's so cute.
Okay, folks. So just so you know, Genevieve is really into Edgar Allan Poe.
I'm into all things creepy.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. You do like the creepy stuff. I do enjoy that about you. I like the creepy stuff too.
Yeah. So we have about 6 minutes. So I want to ask Genevieve, like, are you into the horror movies like of today?
I am. One thing I have a hard time getting into is the really. I like the psychological horrors. I like the creepy, spooky ghost stories.
So the gory ones are kind of like out of your.
I mean, I don't mind them, but it's not my favorite thing. I like the like, did we see that in the background? Was that, I like that stuff.
I love that.
Yeah, I really like. We are going to see Halloween this weekend, though.
Oh, are you?
Halloween
Wait, where are you seeing that?
It's the new one, Halloween Kills, I think.
It's
I didn't know
new.
they had a new one. Listen,
Yeah.
I don't get to see
Yes.
regular TV, so I don't know anything.
Michael
about
Myers. Michael Myers is the goods.
What? That's amazing.
See, I'm not a Michael Myers guy. I mean, I really not.
I loved Halloween. Like that was one of them that I saw when you know what I saw when I was a
I'm
kid?
a Jason guy.
I saw Terror Train when I was 9 years old. And you had to be, so it was a rated R movie.
Yes.
And it was rated R, and my older sister Kim was only 13. She was only 4 years older than me. And she was the one that took us to see the movie. It was me and my stepsister, Heidi Harrington. And so we went, all three of us together, and they actually let us in with my sister, who was 13, being our parent. But in like the early 80s, like kids looked a lot older than they were. And I think maybe my sister just looked a little older. And we all came out of there. My sister took off running and left us. And I'm like, ah! After seeing Terror Train, it was scary. And you know who was in that movie? She was on Halloween.
Jamie
Lee Curtis. And who is that that magician? Oh God, what's his name?
Hello, T-Roy.
It was a magician that was on. He was famous, but that was like the first time, and he played a magician in the movie too, if I'm not mistaken. All right,
I don't know who you're talking about.
Magicians from the 80s.
I know David Copperfield. That's I was gonna say it's the only one I know.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain David Copperfield was in Terror Train.
Wow.
It's one of those movies you need to go back and watch if you haven't seen it.
My newest, I think one of my newest favorites is Trick or Treat. I think that's one of my newest favorites.
I think I don't know if I've seen it.
It's so great. It's got like the rules of Halloween, and if you don't follow the rules, you die. So it's pretty
great.
cool.
I mean, I feel like
that's always nice to know.
Just follow the rules, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Wow. See, it's like there's so many new ones out, and a lot of them are suspense thrillers, and it's like the Quiet Place and the Quiet Place 2, and then there's
I didn't see 2 yet.
So many of them, and I haven't seen the majority of them, to be honest with you. My Godzilla stuff is so important to me, and my monsters and all that stuff, but I really haven't seen anything great.
I do love a monster.
You know me. I want to see a new werewolf movie, and you don't see anything new for werewolf lately.
Yeah. Listen, my favorite werewolf movie. I was a kid. American Werewolf in London. I got to see what's his name's ass, and I was like, I was again 9 years old. Listen, key time for me to understand how much I love the creepy and the horror was 9 years old. Yes, I got to see his ass. And if I'm not, it's the kid that played in Gremlins. He played in Gremlins.
And T-Roy's like, yes.
I was so excited. I was like, I was just a 9-year-old kid. And the funny part was I didn't know anything about sex, nothing, And I saw this guy's ass on TV, and I was so excited that I saw an ass, and I'm like, wow, he is a great ass. I mean, I don't know if my standards would still be as good, but I was so excited that I saw his ass on TV.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, I want that ass.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, as I said earlier, I'm a Jason fan. I've always liked Jason.
Yeah,
I like Jason too. Listen, my all-time favorite. What's that? What did you say, Genevieve?
It was filmed in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
My all-time favorite was Freddy Krueger.
Oh, I do love Freddy.
I love Freddy. And my favorite line is Tina saying, My name has 4 letters, and that's too big for your dick.
On that note, folks, we are going to take a break.
Your name is tattooed on my dick or something.
On that note, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with Genevieve. Get your questions together. We're going to talk some more creepy and more horror and more whatever. But we'll be right back. The first commercial I'm going to bring up for you, though, is about the Parafest. It's not finished. There's still more people to get involved, but it's just a short one right now. I want to run for you guys just to give you an idea of who's coming.
Cool.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area, 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Try again, buddy. Try again. Yay! Okay. Oh yeah! Good job. Oh.
The Bipolar DM Show, a show about Dungeons and Dragons, indie writing, and living with a mental illness. Watch us live on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WLFE-DB.com, where we interview guest speakers, authors, and subject matter experts in the areas of mental health, living well, and role-playing games. We're proud supporters of Safe Space. For more information, be sure to visit WLFE-DB.com. Watch us live on Strim TV, Variety Unlimited channel. Also, visit our Facebook page at Bipolar DM and see us on twitch.tv/TheBipolarDM. Our webpage is www.thebipolardm.com. There you'll find more information.
All right, now we're back. So
I have to tell you something. I just looked up the cast for Terror Train, and it does say Jamie Lee Curtis and then David Copperfield, and he played the magician. But as I'm scrolling through and looking at all these people, I see that Vanity is in here.
Get out of here.
I kid you not. And
I remember
does
this.
not look her age comparatively. But then I thought about it. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess the next thing that I remember her being in was probably around that 1986 time frame. Or no, 84. Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Purple Rain
So I
is
guess
such a good movie.
Would be now I need to see pictures of her now, right?
So what got you into the creepy stuff, Genevieve? What did that?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's just who I am. I remember being a kid and my mom, we would watch do you remember Tales from the Dark Side?
Yeah. Yep.
Loved that show. So we would watch that.
I did too. Tales from the Dark Side is my jam.
We would watch that. We would watch all sorts of creepy stuff. Like my mom loved Dark Shadows. And she always took Halloween very seriously. Like we always had homemade costumes, she took Halloween very seriously. So I think some of it is from that, but some of it is just the way, I don't know. I feel like for some of us, it's just the way we're wired,
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree with you because I'm the same way. There's just some things that I just find it's weird because it's an attractive type of thing.
Yes.
It's like it just reaches. I find myself all the time when I'm going through like stores and stuff. I'm always looking for the oddball stuff, and it's like I collect skulls with different helmets on them and stuff like that. I have some from the Roman Empire. It's just a skull and then the Roman Empire.
Oh, it's so cool.
And I like stuff like that. People are like, oh, that's a little creepy. I'm like, why not?
Why not? We all have a
death
skull.
is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's like taxes. It's always going to happen.
I did not know Vanity was dead, you guys.
I think I knew that.
I didn't realize that.
I don't remember that, but
she passed away in not in the 1900s, Cindy. In
the 1900s.
2016.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, it's 5.5 years ago now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember being a little kid and my dad would play softball with his softball team, and I'd go to the swings and push Casper on the swings and stuff. I feel like it was just always here,
Well, Casper came out when you were a kid, right?
Perhaps. Perhaps we're not going to talk about how old I am.
You're 430 young. You look great.
Yes. I think I may have told you the story. I was buying cough medicine. I think it was about a year ago. And the kid put my birth date in the computer because, you have to do the birth date now for cough medicine. And he put it in as 1735. And I was like, yes.
That's amazing.
How did you know?
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean,
I don't know about you guys, but I mean, we started off the show with Halloween, and it's like, what would be your next favorite holiday?
For me, it's second Halloween, which we have decided to create.
When is
When is that?
going to be?
Second Halloween is going to always be the Saturday after Halloween.
Oh, cool.
So second Halloween, yes.
Okay.
And I do have a Facebook page for it. It's Second Halloween, so check it out.
Cool.
That's hysterical.
Yeah. So, did you ever get into the rubs on the tombstones? Did you ever do that?
I didn't do that. Partly because I was always told not to because it impacts the gravestone.
Really?
However, a very good friend of mine who I met doing the Creepy Parlour, which we have to get into too, she makes gravestone art. She has a special casting method. Her name's Brenda. She's from the Gravestone Girls. She has a very special casting method that she can actually take cast of these old gravestones. I think I have one. Yeah. Look at how cool that is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What?
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's my friend.
Yeah.
my little gravestone friend. But yeah.
Hello, Chris Sanders, and hello, Scott Sutherland.
Hi, Chris and Scott. How are you? Jillian said that's what happens when you're born with a dark soul, Genevieve.
She's not that far. She tries to make herself out to be like she's all rainbows and sunshine, but she's all
Yes, Eric.
She's a little pastel guy.
Eric says, I say we drop Valentine's Day and replace it with Halloween too.
Or 3.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
So
yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but Valentine's Day is like who cares?
You should be celebrating your loved person every day.
Well, have you guys heard of Wolfenoot?
What is Wolfenoot?
That's a great holiday.
No, when is that and what is it?
So you can look it up. It's this little kid, I think he's from New Zealand. And he decided to make up a holiday for dogs. And he called it Wolfenoot. And his mom created a whole Facebook page about it. It's got like tens of thousands of people following and practicing it. It's I think it's November 24th every year. And
that's crazy.
The whole premise is to you make a cake that looks like the moon so that for the dogs to howl at it. You eat roasted meat and you give gifts. The great wolf spirit gives gifts to all people who are nice to dogs.
Oh,
great?
Awesome.
Everybody
I'm going to
should
start
celebrate.
promoting that shit.
Yes.
That's going to be great.
I'll send you a link. Everybody should celebrate
Please
Wolfenoot.
send me the link too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
that
I
is
will send it
cool.
to my niece too, and she will be all about it.
New favorite holiday.
Yeah.
Or second.
The
Second.
24th of November is also one of my friends' birthdays.
Mm.
I have several friends with. I find out that I have a lot of friends with birthdays that I didn't realize were other people's birthdays. So yeah.
That happens. Okay, guys. So, Robert White, Valentine's Massacre Day.
Massacre Day.
All right, so let's get your questions in there, guys. I know you. There's a lot of you in here that know her pretty well. So, for those of you that do not know Genevieve, she's awesome. She's loved, and she loves the creepy. She loves the I just everything like Halloween, creepy, spooky, macabre. That's just who she is.
All the
That's-
goth stuff.
The goth, yeah. So let's talk about the Creepy Parlor since we have the moment to do that. So let's talk about the Creepy Parlor.
Yes.
I still think you should open a store and call it the Creepy Parlor.
That's the plan. That is the ultimate
Oh
plan.
my God, that would be amazing. Yes.
Yep. We just have to make some things happen first, but that is the ultimate plan. The Creepy Parlor is, for me, it's so much fun. I love all of that. It was so far such a great venue to get in touch with a lot of people who are like-minded.
Right.
And you find too that people that have this dark side, like we are pretty fun about it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
It's fine.
They look normal, but in the inside.
But in the inside,
you know, I mean, everybody associates like, you know, you're goth, you wear black all the time, you listen to spooky music, and they think like you're depressed or something. And it's not. It's not true. No. It's fun. It's happy. It makes me happy.
I love my black clothes. I totally love grunge. I loved my goth days though too.
Yes, we will get to that, Barry.
My goth days have never ended.
Yeah,
the day I first saw a Cure video, I was like, "That's it. This is who I am now."
Christy's back. I got Christy's. I'm back.
I love the Cure.
Oh, so do I.
Welcome back, Christy.
Boys, don't cry.
This is the best.
God damn, I love that. I just heard it was out of nowhere. I just heard somebody singing that on a show or something. I was like,
it's got some of the best music.
What's that? I loved punk music, and punk music always had that that dark melancholy.
Yeah, but the Lost Boys had so many really good tunes.
Oh yeah,
Lost Boys was awesome. The movie was fantastic. It's one of my favorites. I literally have it.
Yeah, I heard that
on VHS in my kitchen. Why is it in your kitchen? Because that's where everybody keeps their VHS tapes. Duh.
No, we don't.
I like Eric.
We have an extra drawer in there.
I like Eric Harrison's comment there. Don't confuse goth with emo. That's true. Just don't do it.
Wearing black is protection from evil.
Emo came a lot later, so shut up,
Yes,
Eric.
it did. Yes, it did.
Emo is different. Emo is different than goth.
It is different, absolutely.
But emo, so goth. So the punk went into goth, went into emo.
Punk went into post-punk, and then and there's some goth stuff started around the same time.
Yeah,
like
I like old school punk. Lou Reed.
Okay, so
punk. I don't think so.
Okay, so Christy said to Cindy, "What the hell is VHS?" And then she says, "LOL, just kidding."
What is this?
It's something from the 1900s.
Hang on. I'll be right back.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The thing is like, I still have some of the old VHS laying around, but mostly it's because of the Godzilla stuff. Like those are all VHS back there because they're collectibles. You
have to have them.
And but after 20 years, they say that the magnetism for the stories start to go away, but it's still just cool to have.
What's your? Can I ask? I'm gonna interview you now.
Okay.
What was your first thing with Godzilla? Like, what made that click for you?
I think I don't remember my earliest recollection, but I do have like these, I want to call them flashbacks, because it's like when you know how when you sit down and you think about you try to figure out what you remember about being a kid and stuff like that. I remember sitting down like it was either a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon and watching this big dinosaur just beating the hell out of everybody. And I thought, holy shit, that's cool. It is cool. And it was just, even though it was corny and, all through my teen years, like, yeah, it's a guy in a suit, blah, 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 and all this stuff. But for me, it was just, it's the imagination. I mean, there's so many parts about our life growing up as a kid that we had to use our imagination. And today, not to piss anybody off, but look at the kids today. What do? They sit in front of a computer, and most of them don't have an imagination. They have no idea. But it's like, I just thought it was cool. That was my dinosaur days. You know how like kids grow up and they like dinosaurs? It's like, that was my dinosaur day. It just never left. It's still here.
Yeah.
It just never went away. But here's one for you. Ouija boards.
No Ouija boards here. Thank you, buddy.
Look at, yeah. So, see?
No, gracias.
So for like me, I mean, that was another infatuation when I was younger.
Yeah.
Was spirit communication. And it's always been a part of my life. So, I did the as much research as I could on the Ouija board because I wanted to know what the hell I was hearing, seeing, feeling, you know what I mean? And so I get into that as well. I mean, I had one that was 250 years old.
Oh, wow.
It was hand carved, and I forgot to take it out of the trunk of my car, and my car went to the dump, and it went, and that was in the back. I forgot to take it out.
You took the Ouija board and got it crunched?
Yeah, it crunched. Oh my God.
I love that movie.
So there you go, Christy. That's what a VHS is.
Love that movie.
One of my favoriteest movies ever. Okay, now ready?
You know what mine is? Say Anything.
Oh, I love Say Anything too. Look at this. Boom! Disney videos. Do you know I could get some money off of these things? Look at this. Okay. I got so many of these Disney movies.
Christy did say, I'm kidding. I'm old enough to remember Beta,
whatever.
Beta
was the smaller version of this, but look at this.
There's the Lost Boys right there.
Boys. Look at how gorgeous they are. Oh my!
I know it. For fuck's sake! Look at that, Kiefer Sutherland.
Those
Kiefer Sutherland. He was in one of my favorite movies.
Billy Worth, right there. Boop boop boop. Billy Worth.
Christy's like, yay, Disney. Do you remember the movie that Kiefer was in when they basically they all killed each other?
Oh
Flatliners.
yes.
Flatliners was awesome.
That was such a good movie. It was such a good movie. They redid that too.
Yeah, but who wants to watch
I
all
didn't
these
watch
fucking remakes that they do shitty ass jobs on? I couldn't even. They redid Freddy Krueger, Nightmare Before, whatever, Nightmare on Elm
Here's
Street.
one for you.
I'm not even.
There's Len. I've watched dinosaurs beat the hell out of everyone in bars most of my life. Now, when I go into a bar, I'm the dinosaur.
I have so many Disney movies. Here's my favorite.
Which one? Cinderella?
Cinderella.
Because I'm Cinderella.
My favorite Disney movie is Nightmare Before Christmas, of course. As it should
Yes.
be.
Yes.
Really? You'll
be.
never guess what mine is. Come on, girls. I'll each give you 2 guesses.
The Land Before Time.
That's not Disney.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure I have them here.
I don't think it's Disney.
I don't know. I just love dinosaurs.
No.
Let's see. Beauty and the Beast.
No.
Pocahontas.
Genevieve, you just used up your 2, so you're done, Cindy.
I can't even think of any. Peter Pan.
No.
Aladdin.
Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Are you ready?
Yes.
I'll give you a line. I'll give you a line from the movie.
I'm
not going to know it.
on which mountain?
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Are you ready?
Gully. I don't think.
Hey, did we ask for this lunch to go? No, why? Because there it goes.
Oh, I know this.
Why don't we just eat what's lying around?
Oh,
How about a
amazing.
Cub sandwich?
Yes, now I remember. That is a good
Dragon.
one.
I love Pete's Dragon.
Oh, Pete's Dragon was fantastic.
I was gonna bring.
Remember
I was gonna
Pete's
bring
Dragon?
Bambi with me. I was
Now
gonna
remember
bring
Pete's
Bambi with me.
Dragon? One of our friends was in that movie.
Who?
Oh, really?
He played the voice of the boy.
Who?
Oh, let me give you a hint.
Oh, I know.
Rusty Gilligan.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's cool.
It's what's his
Yes.
name? Did you say
Yeah.
it just now?
Yeah, Rusty Gilligan.
Rusty, yes.
Christy said Princess and the Frog.
I love Princess and the Frog.
And
So
the
what
Fox and the Hound was fun.
I love. Listen, my daughter, she cried. There is a few that. Jesse and I were watching movies, and it was so funny. The things that when Jesse was little, like we'd watch it one time through, and the second time we watched Fox and the Hound, she started crying. Like she burst out crying hysterically, like, ah! The mommy left the baby.
No, I can't handle it. Any animal things I can't handle. I cry.
Yeah.
I can't.
My
handle it.
godson's into 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, Jesse could not handle the fact that the mama left the baby fox at the game preserver so it would be saved. She could not.
Wow, there's one you don't hear about very often.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we can't see it. We haven't been able to see it. It was never released from the 80s till present because of all of the racist bullshit that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see it. I don't think I've seen it since I was a little kid.
Yeah, let's talk about this for a minute. I had no idea that Elvira was
Nobody did.
a lesbian.
Nobody
Yeah,
did.
no, she just came out not that long ago. She wrote a book and everything.
I love it. Not to Mama.
Not to Mama.
I love that. That series was awesome.
That was dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't handle the animals.
Yep.
The
He
animals.
played in Little House on the Prairie as
Yes,
well.
he did play in
Oh,
Little
really?
House on the Prairie.
Yep.
Rusty
He played the
Gilligan
little
did.
blonde kid that was in the front row of the school. Every time they panned to the school, there was a little blonde kid sitting up front.
I loved that show so much when I was a kid. Yeah, Land Before Time was rough. That was a cry.
Okay, so which one of you girls, like, did all of you see Old Yeller?
Oh God, yeah.
I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure because that's one that I think everybody cries in.
I believe
Everybody
I have
cries in.
Old
I will
Yeller.
cry.
Yeah,
I will
everybody
cry.
I
cries.
have Old Yeller.
No, I can't. Sorry. We
Eight Below is one of my favorites though too.
8 Below.
That's with all the Huskies and the
Oh yes.
yeah.
An
An American Tale, Jillian. Yes, that was fun.
I think I took Jill to see that in the theater.
Yeah.
Or were the
yeah, the Redfern Girls. I have never seen it, and I've never read the book.
Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit was a good time. That was fun, though.
All right, we got to get off of Disney here.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Jeez.
They'll sue us.
We went from Disney to, we were, yes, you did, and I sobbed.
Do you guys remember that what's her name started on Disney? Jodie Foster started on Disney, and she was in what is it called? Witch Mountain or something? What is it called?
Escape to Witch Mountain.
There was a Witch Mountain. Yeah, Witch Mountain.
Escape to Witch Mountain.
Escape to Witch Mountain. And there was Return to Witch Mountain.
Yeah, that's right.
And then there's the new ones that The Rock did, which was Witch Mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he redid them. Yeah. But you know what I'm thinking
yes,
of
you did,
now?
and I sobbed, she said.
Yes, Christy, I do remember the Flight of the Navigator. Do you remember that?
Yep, Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah, no.
I guess we can't talk about Cujo.
Nope.
Oh, Cujo was so scary. Oh my God.
There's a website, I think it's called Does the Dog Die? Where you can actually look up movies and see if there's like an animal that dies in the movie. So you don't have to
see I was big into that stuff, like Lassie. We used to watch Lassie when we were kids. We used to watch Rin Tin Tin.
Rin Tin Tin, yeah. I remember Rin Tin Tin.
And there's the new series with Turner and Hooch.
Oh, really? There's a new series?
Brand new series, yeah.
I did not know that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cujo was a rabid dog, rabid Saint Bernard.
Yeah,
that's a rough one.
Yeah,
it was
very rough.
So goddamn scary. Like,
so let's get out of that.
Me.
Let's get out of that and talk about the Headless Horseman.
Yes,
I love the Headless Horseman.
Yes.
So,
I have much to say about the Headless Horseman.
Okay, well, go for it. We'll let you take the floor then. My God, go for it.
We don't live we live about an hour.
Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow, New York.
Sleepy Hollow. They do such an amazing job for Halloween. They have the name of it is escaping me right now, but there's a manor house that it's an old 1700s manor house, and it is spectacular.
Bud Crane.
They have like lighted pathways through the forest, and they have storytellers stationed all throughout the pathway. And then you get to the end, and there's a man on a black horse with no head. And it's amazing. But
where is Sleepy Hollow? Like, is it on Long Island or is it?
It's Tarrytown, so it's right by.
Oh yeah, I know where Tarrytown is. Yep, I know right where Tarrytown is.
And it's
because Tarrytown I had dreams about. Weirdly,
Yeah, there's a lot of weird things.
Really?
Yeah, we had some weird experiences there, but we'll talk about that another time.
I can remember having a dream, and it was weird because I had my daughter, or no, maybe I was pregnant. I can't remember. I had this dream about Jessica and I being in my little Sunbird, and she was in the backseat in her car seat. So she was born. She was in her car seat and we were born, and all of a sudden water comes over the bridge, and we are trying to get across this bridge. And this bridge is, I don't know if we're crashed. I don't know what's happening. And so we have a bridge that has water underneath it, not so close that it could come over it. But I'm like, yeah, it's not the Bay Bridge. It's not the Bay Bridge. So I've always wondered where it was. I took a trip to, I have been and driven down the Keys and stuff. I'm like, ooh, this is kind of similar to my dream. However, it's not.
I don't like that.
All the causeways that I went over in Florida, they never were right. I'm going down to see a guy who, listen, I can have a guy that is just a booty call. It's fine.
Why not? We're all doing it these days.
He was in a band. He was in a band, but he lived in Long Island. So I was going to his house. Yes, I was very special that I got to go to his house, whatever. And I was in all of his little ports, whatever. It's fine. Anyway, so I'm driving, and there's this goddamn bridge. into
Scary bridge.
You go down and it's goes into Tarrytown and stuff. And I'm telling you, that is the goddamn bridge that I dreamt of. And it freaked me out. I've never had a moment of panic the way I've had being on that bridge. I literally felt like I was dying with other people. So I don't know if there's ever been a bridge incident. I have never dared to look it up because I don't want to know. I've never had so much panic in my life trying to get over that bridge as I was going to Long Island.
Yeah, it's a very scary bridge. And it's probably one of the reasons why we don't go to Sleepy Hollow as often is because of that bridge.
Yeah, it's so scary, dude. I was terrified. And I'm like, oh my God, here's that fucking bridge. My daughter was a baby. I mean, this is a 30-year-old dream and it still affects me.
Yeah.
And she was, let's see, how old would she have been when that would have been like late 90s.
The 1900s.
In the 1900s, I had sex.
In the 1900s.
Okay, so we need to change this subject.
So yes, Sleepy Hollow is fantastic. Washington Irving is still buried there.
I need to go.
They do the coolest thing that they do. They have the old Dutch Reformed church, and they light it like really like candles and stuff, and it overlooks the old cemetery there. And they have a theatrical reading of the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I highly recommend that everybody check that out because it is so cool.
Sorry to interrupt, but Sleepy Hollow, it says here, there is a Sleepy Hollow in New York. It's called Sleepy Hollow. Is a village in New York State, Hudson Valley. It's known as the setting of Washington Irving's The Legendary Sleepy Hollow. The author is buried in Sleepy Hollow Cemetery.
Washington Irving.
The Rockefellers family's opulent hilltop estate has gardens with 20th century sculptures. Northeast, vast Rockefeller State Park Preserve includes a network of carriage roads traversing woodlands, fields, and streams.
It's beautiful. It is absolutely. And the other cool thing that they do is they have a pumpkin blaze up there. So they have like thousands of jack-o'-lanterns all out.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a cool place to go.
Oh, wow. The Lyndhurst mansion is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Let's meet there next weekend.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
shit, I can't.
Why
I can't.
I have ghost tours.
Yeah. And I have work.
That's my whole life right now is ghost
I
tours.
could.
When you go and tell us what it's like.
It is a really cool town. It's a lot of fun. And they do a lot of really cool Halloween stuff. And
I would love to take the boys. That would be so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God, maybe. Oh my God, let me see if we can do this.
It's a lot. It's really cool. The cemetery is spectacular. It's like 17 gravestones to like 1700.
That is amazing.
Some of them may even be 1600s. It's a really cool place. And it's got they've got like the Headless Horseman logo around town too, which is really cool.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
But I'll be telling ghost stories.
Yeah, that's
I gotta
awesome.
figure out what I'm gonna be for my girlfriends.
Jesus, hello, Arnold. I haven't heard from you in an amazingly long time,
Who
like
is
10
that?
years. A friend of mine, Arnold Henderson.
Oh, hi, Arnold Henderson.
Yes.
There is a Sleepy Hollow in southeastern Wayne County, New York, in the Galen Township. That's what I thought too. I thought I've gone through it, but that's not the same one.
Have you seen you've seen the movie Sleepy Hollow, right? The Tim Burton.
I think so.
That was good.
Oh, it's so good. It is so good. I mean, Johnny Depp.
You know, they kept saying that there was going to be a part 2 to The Nightmare Before Christmas, but I haven't seen anything.
There's a book coming out that's supposed to be a part 2.
Really?
And I think that she's got like the rights to the story and everything, so it's like a legit book.
Who is that? Who has the rights to it?
It's the author. I can't remember her name, but she's writing it like it's Sally's story this time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Well, I think if anybody goes up there to Sleepy Hollow, they should do a live stream. I think it should be
Absolutely.
It should be done.
I don't know, Robert.
Absolutely.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I can't imagine me having a past life with a car on that bridge. Because
No.
I know some of my past lives, especially ones that would it would include a car.
So Fantasia, wasn't that the one? That's Mickey Mouse, right? That's
Yes,
Disney.
Mickey Mouse, yeah.
Yes.
And they do all the.
I loved Fantasia. I have Fantasia as well.
Let me just tell you, nightmares from
Really?
Fantasia.
Did you really?
Yeah, from the elephants in pink tutus
Oh, it was so cute.
I had nightmares. It might have had something to do with the acid I was on, but
Oh my God, that very well was probably it. The fuck? Who takes acid watching Fantasia?
Well, those were younger years when, we all do stupid things when we're young.
Oh wait, Eric said it comes out every few years as The Nightmare Before Christmas too. Wait, what does? I'm so confused.
Yeah, I'm confused.
I should write down all of my past lives that I remember. I have so many
that would be
I remember.
interesting. That would be cool. There was a show I watched it on Amazon Prime. It was called The Ghost in My Child. And it was it was fascinating. It was all these little kids who
It was on Prime?
I have seen that.
I'm gonna have to. The Ghost in My Child. Oh, sure.
Absolutely it gave me goosebumps. The whole it was so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was actually really fascinating and how because I remember this one where the child was talking to the parents about certain things and there was no way he would know them, and I think it was a murder or something.
Yeah, there was another one that I saw that was a girl. She was a young girl, and she didn't talk until she was about 5 years old. And then when she started talking, she wanted to always wear her mother's lipstick and makeup and stuff. And she always watched silent movies.
Yeah.
And she believed that she was a silent movie actress.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's much better than the story I'm telling, but definitely
I'm
watch
gonna watch
it.
it,
I'd love to
'cause
see what you think of it.
It sounds so cool. I love watching those past life kind of things. I think there was one something Rose. Oh God, I can't think of it.
But see, there's a lot of movies like that because, when we watched, Cindy, you and I talk about the movie all the time about who was it? Where they were the ghosts and not.
Oh yeah, The Others.
The Others.
It's one of my favorite movies.
It's one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
Did you see A Ghost Story?
A Ghost Story, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that movie.
Wait,
what is that right
one?
now? There's a lot on Prime and all that stuff. They're doing the 30 days of Halloween, and you can pretty much watch anything you want about Halloween.
It's a movie. It says A Ghost Story.
Yes.
Where is
A Ghost Story. A Ghost Story.
Yeah, what is it on?
I think I may have seen it on Shudder.
Yeah, could have. Because Shudder's the other big horror. They just do horror movies.
I wouldn't even call it really a horror movie, though. It was. It's a very good movie.
Yeah.
I don't know that
slow.
one.
It's very slow.
That's the one for the graves. What do they call those? There's another one from that. Tales from the Grave.
Tales from the
Crypt.
I remember that one. No, I think it's Tales from the Grave, or
there's a lot.
Maybe it's just called Grave Tales. Maybe that's what it's called.
Oh, that would be fun.
Maybe that's what it's called. Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeves.
Oh, that is a good one too.
I Spit on Your Grave. Thank you, Eric. That's what it was.
Nope.
That's what it was. I Spit on Your Grave. Yeah. See, I knew my kid would know that.
That one's a little bit rough.
Yeah, that was good. That was real good.
No, I like the Haunting of Hill House. I thought was perfection.
There's a lot A Haunting. I love that. I loved all of the like everybody starts watching like the horror movies now, or the Paranormal Activity, all three or four of those. The Insidious movies I love.
Oh, the Insidious ones are good.
I don't think I've seen Insidious movies.
Oh my god, they're
Yeah,
so
they're
good.
They're good.
Oh yes, 13 Ghosts, Eric. It's funny because there's a lot of that one is scary, but the thing is there were a lot of truths in there in 13 Ghosts. In fact, I've taught a lot of people because of that movie about spell work, about and protection of your house and stuff like that because of 13 Ghosts.
I watched You Should Have Left with Kevin Bacon. Have you seen that one?
I don't know if I know that one.
That one actually scared me.
What is that one?
It didn't. I shouldn't say it didn't scare me. It left me feeling really uncomfortable, which is fun for me.
Deadly Friend did that to me.
I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah, that one I saw in a theater with a really good friend of mine, and when the one part came out, we just bought a really big bucket of popcorn, and when it came out and scared the hell out of us, that popcorn went up in the air, and everybody around us got showered with popcorn.
That's hysterical. Kevin Bacon had that one movie. Let me think of it. And it talked about, it was past lives and stuff. Let me see.
Terrifier. I haven't seen that one yet. I've heard good things about that.
Pinhead. Love Pinhead.
I love him. I love Doug Bradley.
It's so funny. That one is the first one that came up. You Should Have Laughed.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
Yeah, it's a really
good movie. But
Tremors isn't horror. Tremors is monsterish.
Hellraiser.
I don't know what Hollow Man
really scared me.
Hollow Man was interesting too.
Oh, did you see Hereditary?
No.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is it?
That's a good one. There's a part in there
that
I actually
Kevin
screamed.
Bacon was in Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
I do not remember that.
That's the original Friday the 13th, though.
Yeah, that's the original.
Dawn of the Dead, Barry. Jesus.
Oh, Dawn of the Dead is great.
Now you're talking old school. Now you're talking stuff that, and we actually know actors that have been in a lot of those movies.
That's the coolest.
Yeah.
That is so much fun.
Yeah. Well, one of my good friends played many of the characters in the horror movies. It's the doubles, and it's cool.
It's so
in
much
fact,
fun
I got to
to
get him
watch.
on here again because we haven't talked to him in a long time. Retirement Home of the Dead.
All right, let's see.
The zombie stuff actually really scares me. Like,
does it?
Yeah, like World War Z. When I read the book, and
Stir of Echoes. That's the one that.
Oh yeah,
Stir of Echoes.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
That is a good one.
The new series, The Titans, just came out with. It's part of this last season. There was something similar to the zombie thing where they inhaled some type of stuff, and it actually turned them into a zombie type form. I thought that was really odd for a superhero movie to go that way. A series, I should say.
Wait, what was the one that
The Titans? The Titans. The new one with Robin and all that, but it was interesting.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, Len, I think Tremors are okay. I just don't think they qualify as horror. That's all. 28 Days Later. Do you remember Room? What the hell was it called? Room. What's his name played in it with black hair? Was it Room 214, 216,
John Cusack. Yes.
Yes. John Cusack. Which movie? What was it called?
There was another number.
It was 1120. Oh. I'm gonna look it up. But that movie scared the crap out of me.
That movie was definitely different.
And it was actually based on a hotel in Boston.
Really?
Yeah, Stephen King wrote the story.
I want to say 214.
Well, Stephen King also wrote The Shining.
Yeah, Stephen King.
About another hotel.
Yeah, but it's the Omni Parker house that he wrote it about,
Oh, really?
And yeah, it's where Boston cream pie was made.
Where what was made?
I'm like, and here we have where Boston cream pie was created.
Oh, like really? The dessert? Boston cream pie?
Yeah. And Parker House rolls, I think they are. But yeah, there's a room that's haunted there and they don't go in it anymore. And
like nobody goes in it?
They don't rent it anymore. And I'm trying to look up the movie. I want to say it's like 11/28, but it's such a scare. 1804.
Yes.
Is that it? I don't know.
They
It's so
seriously
scary though.
do not rent this room anymore because all the haunted things that happen.
Yeah, the hotel itself is gorgeous. It's spectacular.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that hotel?
The Stanley Hotel.
Omni Parker House.
But you know what's amazing is the Stanley, and there's also the Shanley. It's funny how the names. It's like.
Well, Shanley's in New York, right?
Right.
1408. That's what it is. 1408. I got
Room
my numbers.
1408.
Yeah. 1408. Yeah. The
one moment.
The Shanley's pretty cool.
I have not been to the Shanley Hotel. Haven't been to either one.
I haven't been to them either, but I see a lot of investigators going to the Shanley.
Yeah. I've seen that too. It's just I've never been there. Well, I don't know where I got 2301 from. Hey, who the hell knows? You're as bad as I am.
It's John Cusack, and I could watch John Cusack in just about anything, but he was in The Raven, which I thought I would love, and I hated.
He was also in one about something down in Louisiana, I think. There was another one.
He was in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Oh my God, I love that movie. I love that movie.
Wait, who was in that movie?
John Cusack.
Yeah, I love John Cusack. I want my $2. I
love him. Absolutely love him.
Maybe it was that movie.
Which one?
Oh, there was one that was filmed in New Orleans.
Maybe that's yes. It could be that one.
Yeah, we were actually in New Orleans when they were filming, and I was like this the whole time, like, where is he? Where is he?
Yeah, because it was about I want to say a politician or something.
Yeah,
but he was a gay politician, or oh my God, Eric, The Rainbow and the Serpent was amazing.
Wait, who are we talking about right now? I thought we were talking about
John Cusack. That's who we're talking about. What was it?
Runaway Jury.
Could be. Could be.
Minute in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Hi, Tim.
Hello.
The Rainbow and the Serpent, though.
How are you, buddy? We haven't
one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a scary movie.
Teddy,
Rainbow and the Serpent.
Teddy, that's how I met you.
Was Tim?
By
Yeah.
Tim Sonneville.
Yeah.
Okay, Tim Sonneville, how long ago was it that we came to your place and when you guys were in Palmyra?
Palmyra, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, so I talked to your sister, Teddy, by the way, and your sister said that that was your nephew's first one, and he was 15 years old.
No kidding.
I was right, because I said, I thought he was like 14 or 15, and he is now 24, so it was 9 years ago.
Wow. I've known you for
so
freaking
even if
9
Tim
years.
didn't tell me, I already know. 8 years, I think. No, 9. Good try, Tim.
Good guess, Tim.
Good guess.
Garden of Good and Evil was filmed in NOLA.
Filmed in NOLA.
It's my favorite place in the world.
I've never been to NOLA, and I want to go there. Nolans.
It is gorgeous.
No worries, Tim. I'm just teasing you.
Absolutely beautiful, and
I want to go to Nolans.
You'll have to keep your blinders on, Cindy. The stories, like you walk down the street and you can feel the stories of the people who are no longer there. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Here's one for you guys. The Believers.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Did you get here so quickly? You just were talking to me and told me to pick you up. What the frick?
Yeah. The Believers. There was so many. Like the original Exorcist was when it first came out. It was.
Nolans. Yep.
It was.
I don't know what The Believers are. I don't think.
Yeah. The Believers was with. Oh shit! I'll have to look it up.
I know. I feel. I'm like, oh, my brain's not working. The Exorcist did not scare me.
Me neither.
My mom wouldn't let me watch
So
it.
it
I
was-
was a little kid and I wanted to watch it, and she would never let me watch it.
Martin
And I've never seen
Sheen.
it to this day.
Martin Sheen, Robert. Martin Sheen, Robert. Jesus. Loggia and Helen Shaver.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Is that for The
1987. 1987 horror sci-fi thriller.
Okay, tell me what the premise is, because Amityville, yes, I did.
It
see
says
that.
recently widowed psychiatrist Cal Jamison was just moved back to New York City with his youngest son, young son Chris, in an attempt to start over with his wife horrific accidental death, and takes over an assignment helping the police with the investigation of a cult-like bazaar. So it's been a while since I've seen that movie, but it was amazing.
It's like The Changeling. Remember The Changeling?
Yeah, and Harley
That was
Cross
another
was
good
in
one.
it too.
I don't know that I've seen that either. I don't know any of these movies.
The Changeling was scary.
Oh my God,
That ball
Wolfen.
bounces. Oh yes.
What about
The
the
Wolfen.
Thing?
The original Thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
The
one I
original.
love?
There you
love
go,
Swamp
The Wicker
Thing,
Man.
The original.
Oh, that's a good one.
I should say it's the original. It was with like 1980. It had, what's her name? Oh my gosh.
But we could sit here all night and talk about movies, because movies
They are a
they
uniting
really
force.
do. Yeah, I mean, it's just for us that love the macabre or the creepy or anything like that. I mean,
1982 movie.
one of my other favorite ones is when I can't even remember the name of it. but
Adrian
when-
Barbeau.
When
Let me see
they
if I'm right now. Let me see if
the
I'm right
creature
now.
that looks like a giant
I was right.
roach.
Adrian Barbeau.
Oh,
God,
no,
the
I
hell
don't
is
like
the
that.
name of it? No, you don't like that?
No. Not the
can't
giant
remember
bugs.
it.
I don't like that. Remember The Hunger with David Bowie?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Well,
Wow,
David Bowie had a couple good ones. Think about the other one he had.
David Bowie in anything. Sign me up.
Yeah.
The guy that played Swamp Thing, his name is, he passed away in 2009. Dick Durock, right? He was 6'6".
Wow.
He was a perfect one to play that.
Yeah. I was just thinking about another horror movie series, and I
loved
maybe it
Swamp
wasn't a
Thing.
series.
I love them all.
I know.
I love them
I
all.
could sit and watch them over and over and over.
Yep.
But and I like the B-rated ones as well as the A-rated movies. I mean, it's some of
Sometimes
them
they're
are
better.
sometimes they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Toxic Avenger. I mean, come
Yes,
on.
New Jersey.
Yes. I mean, it was The Labyrinth. Yes, thank you, Barry. That's
Labyrinth
what I was thinking
is
of.
fantastic.
Yes,
Labyrinth is
I love
the
Labyrinth.
best.
It's about the babe.
I also love Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth was fantastic.
Yep.
That was
Mhm.
Yep.
such a good movie.
Oh, Dark Crystal.
In the 1900s.
1900s. There you go.
It's
We
just
can
cracking
actually
me up.
say that now, can't we? The
Yeah, we
1900s.
can.
Yes, we
can.
were already talking about this, Teddy. Where have you been?
I don't know. Probably with Godzilla in the 1900s.
In the 1900s.
1954 to be exact was when the very first one came out.
Wow, 54.
Yeah.
In the mid 1900s.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh, did you guys know that Stand By Me, it says the Stephen King novella, it's based on, was at least partially autobiographical and was inspired by various memories from King's childhood. Did you know that?
Wow.
Yep.
I had
Hello,
no idea.
Mr. Mike Ann from Tactical Bigfoot Research.
Hello.
Hey, Mike.
I just lost it again. I was thinking of the movie, and then all of a sudden, gone.
How about Nosferatu, that original one?
Oh my God, that was
It's
amazing.
so
Wait, the one from the
scary.
50s?
The
No,
original,
the one from like the
Nosferatu.
1900s. Like the
Oh,
early.
the silent
the
one?
early- yes.
Yeah,
With
but see,
Bela
there's
Lugosi?
yeah,
Bela
but see,
Lugosi?
there's so many of those that were great, though. I mean, some of the older ones, even some of the newer ones. I mean, come on, what was it called with Tom Cruise and
Oh, Interview with
Brad
the
Pitt?
Vampire.
Yeah, Interview with a Vampire. I
Yep, they're
loved it.
remaking that too.
Really.
Yeah.
Wait, what
Yep.
did you guys just say?
And
I'm sorry.
Interview with the Vampire.
I loved Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah.
So I started reading the Anne Rice novels.
I love her so much.
So it was really great. I started reading it, and all of a sudden, that's all I'm dreaming about. I'm literally in with vampires.
William Dafoe.
I could not read it anymore because I was literally in
I'm
vampire
sorry,
world.
I'd be laying there with like, come on.
But so what you don't understand is there is a real place where vampires dwell. There is a plane of existence where vampires are, and I've been there. I know some vampires. I've met some vampires. However, I was reading the book and I probably got less than 20 pages in. Less than that. I couldn't even get through that many. And I was sleeping, and I was sleeping with the vampires.
Ginger Snaps.
Oh yeah. Yep.
For what? And where?
I have watched as many freaking werewolf movies as I could find. I mean, just even to the Dog Soldiers. I love. I mean, come on, that's all me. That's all me. I mean, you can't see it, but
there's a really great show. Very nice. There's a really great show called Being Human.
yes, I've seen it, but I only got so far and then I got bored with it.
Did you watch the American or the British version?
American.
Watch the British one.
Okay.
On BBC, it's excellent.
I started it.
It's excellent.
I cannot keep up with all of these shows because if it's on regular freaking cable, I can't watch them.
I love it. I love the creepier the better.
Abbott and Costello. There you go. Meets Frankenstein.
Costello.
I have it next door in the next room. Yep.
What did you call that? What is that one called? Did you say the last show you just were talking about?
Being Human.
I love this. Cindy, did you book a Southwest flight to Vampire Land?
Yes, for real.
It's good stuff.
Are you ready?
Yeah, it was I literally was not sleeping at all because I was with the vampires all night long.
Larry, Curly, and Poe.
I would love to say that I had a great time. However, I wasn't getting any sleep. So was not getting any sleep. So I wrote
The Night
about
Stalker.
Mercy Brown.
Yes.
What is Mercy Brown?
Good one.
What's Mercy Brown?
There is.
Kolchak, the Night Stalker.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think horror films outrank every other type of film out there versus like lovey-dovey sci-fi and all this stuff. But some sci-fi qualifies as horror as well.
They do both.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because of the belief system that we have.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of us really truly believe in aliens? How many of us truly believe in monsters? How many of us truly believe in the unknown? I mean, I know it's just a small population when it comes to the paranormal, but overall, it's very huge because 1 out of 5 people, I think, believe in ghosts. So if they believe in ghosts, then they're going to believe in other things as well. So,
or you would like to think at least that they believe in other things, right?
Yeah. Cassandra Peterson should be here for this convo.
I wouldn't be able to I would totally fangirl out if she was here. I wouldn't be able to handle it. I mean,
I don't know, but
Elvira, you have to fangirl for Elvira.
Hell to the yes. I went as Elvira to a Halloween party, not too long ago.
Actually, I did not, Eric. I did not see that in theater. I saw it at home. So
I don't know if I saw.
Oh, did you see there was a question for you at one point here. Where'd it go? I was going to get to it, and then we got sidetracked with movies. was from.
Excuse me, sorry.
I think
I
it
don't
was
mean
from
to yell.
Barry. I think.
Back is bugging me. I've been in this chair for like 6 hours now.
Since the 1900s. I'm just gonna keep saying it.
Oh my God! Wait,
Cracks me
who
up.
said that?
I know that somebody had a question for Genevieve. Could you type it back over? That would be
I
great.
didn't see it.
Yeah, I can't find it either.
I don't think I can scroll up. Oh yeah, I can. Look at that. Midsummer was a trip. I saw that from Eric. Midsummer was definitely an interesting movie. That was the same people that did Hereditary. It was scary. It was back a while, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Barry says, amazing how we spent an hour talking about horror movies, and I know we did not mention them all. Exactly. Awesome. Toxic Avenger,
That's a good
Robert
one.
just brought up. In the late 1900s, when
The worst part about it is we started out with Disney.
I know.
And Disney doesn't do horror.
Not really.
Well, they did do, Eddie Murphy did that one. What the hell was the name of it?
Yeah, the Haunted Mansion or.
Yeah,
that's
Haunted
fun.
Mansion.
Yeah.
But it was just a funny
cute.
thing.
It was cute, right?
I can't find any questions, but I'm not really. I'm having a hard time looking. So.
Yeah, that's all right.
She has her
The
memoir.
Blob. There you
now.
go.
Yeah, it's shared.
Oh, that's what it was. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Barry. It was the Genevieve Tours question that I had.
Oh.
What was it?
He wants to know. He wants to know about your tours.
So we've been operating tours in Keyport, New Jersey since 2006. I just realized it's our 15th year.
Yay!
They're haunted walking tours. We do a lot of history. They're all ghost stories that people have either shared directly with me or the previous owner, or they're things that people have experienced along the way or things that we've researched.
That's amazing.
So we have had experiences on the Keyport tour where people have seen actual ghosts along the tour. And I had a personal experience where I was actually pushed on a tour a few seasons ago. Yeah, that kind of freaked me out. So we do tours in Keyport, and we also do walking tours in Red Bank, New Jersey, which is not too far from Keyport. And a lot of really cool, creepy history has gone on in both towns.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I've been telling stories since 2007, and then in 2017 I bought the company, and I am now the owner. So it's really cool. I'm a business owner.
That's awesome. That's
I
awesome.
love it so much.
What's really sad is the music I grew up with listening is now considered classics.
I heard The Cure in the grocery store. And I was
Really?
like, yeah, now I'm old. Now I'm really old.
Stop it. Listen, when I go to Walmart, they have all kinds of music, so
Mhm.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But
Thank you, Barry.
Thanks, Barry.
Well, we're trying to get Genevieve to the Parafest, and if we can get her there, people will have all the information they can get for the following season. So
I'll tell you some scary stories too.
There you go.
Hell to the yes, please. Maybe we could get Genevieve to do one of the she could do one of the lectures, have time to do a lecture and talk about some of these scary stories
Or
that she has.
how to start a ghost tour.
Oh yes, that too.
Well, I actually was going to do one at one time. Genevieve and I were talking, but I just got so freaking overwhelmed with everything.
We haven't done it yet.
Yet.
That's
oh my God.
We've got a lot of places out here.
But it was before
lot.
the music.
Hey, Cindy, I just watched your
Singing, hey.
cancer reading from earlier.
Yeah.
I can totally relate to the moving forward and quickly into the future. I can't wait to go back to New York and see you guys again.
Awesome, Jamie. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the cancer reading.
I loved it. Yep, you're old.
God damn, you're ridiculous. But
Look
at what Eric Harrison said. It said, right, it's kind of sad, but it was before the music died. Get it? There's a song.
Yep.
Oh, I can't teach you that, Robert.
How to start a ghost tour without the government cutting into your expenses.
If you're a ghost, you don't have to pay taxes, but otherwise
True
you
that.
do.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we'll all be there eventually.
Yes.
You know, but
I mean, if you
Probably
want
45
to, you
years.
don't have to be there.
well, do you remember there was a story about I think there was Revolutionary War soldiers and they died and they still haunted the location and
They have one in
it was a
Temple Hill
movie
now.
and they would come back on the anniversary
caught
and they
you.
would go through all this stuff and it
I
actually turned out to be a comedy and it was fantastic. I'll have to get the name of it, but it was
I
great.
want to see that.
Yeah, it was great. And it was all I think the mistress of the house or whatever was killed. She was murdered, pushed down into like the well at the time or something. And but I just got done watching one of my favorites, which was of course, when I want to talk about it, High Spirits. I love the movie High Spirits.
I heard, I gotta watch that.
That was with Liam Neeson and it's fantastic.
It's a hotel, right? They had a hotel or something. Yes, I remember that.
It's hysterical. Hysterical.
There's a show. There's a show on one of the BBC channels that is a woman inherits a manor house and like she's got all the ghosts lined up and she's telling them all about themselves. Like we all have to live here together, and they're all from different time periods and stuff.
Oh my gosh! Wait, what is that though? What was that one?
I gotta find that one.
Okay, what
I'll
is this?
Send it to you.
Mike was saying at Paratalk Radio they have one in Temple Hill now. What does that mean? What is he talking about? What's in Temple Hill?
That I'm not sure. That's what I'm trying to read back.
Peter O'Toole.
Oh, Haunted Tour, maybe? Yeah, Peter O'Toole was one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get that goddamn song out of my head now, Eric. Thanks.
Oh, I want to see Ghosts on CBS. I have not seen that yet.
Yeah, what is
I've been wanting to put it as in record, and
Of course, I can't watch it because it's on regular TV.
I think that's another one that was a BBC show.
Is it?
I think, yeah.
Yes, I did see Winchester.
Oh, that's good stuff.
The Winchester House?
Yeah. They were doing virtual tours.
Thank you, Mike.
Of the Winchester House. Like you could do a whole virtual thing. I don't know if they're still doing it. If they're doing it during like the height of the pandemic. I mean, it's probably still the height of the pandemic.
I almost just puked.
Thanks for sharing.
Sorry. It was, if I had done it, you'd have been like, oh my God, what is she doing?
I'd puke with you. I'm an empathy puker.
That's what it is. It's The Exorcist.
Private Eyes with Tim Conway. Great haunted movie.
Oh, that's an old one.
Wait, which one was that?
Private Eyes.
Yeah.
Private Eyes.
Yeah, but Abbott and Costello had some great ones though, and it wasn't just Frankenstein. They had
great ones.
Yeah, with the werewolf, the vampire. They had so many different things that was so great.
Robert said he was trying to do a ghost tour at the boulders in Babinda, where the cursed swimming hole is. 18 deaths from drownings. The government was after money if I tried. Oh, that's too bad.
The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Thank you. You're welcome, and thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Well, Genevieve, because we should be wrapping up. So why don't you give us some things that are happening with you? Where they can get a hold of you for the ghost tours, and stuff like that. Why don't we get that out?
Sure. We have a Facebook page. It's Jersey Shore Ghost Tours. I also have a website. It's jerseyshore.net because .com was taken. And we are operating tours.
10-12 here, Robert.
It's Jersey.
JerseyShoreGhostTours.net. And our Facebook page is Jersey Shore Ghost Tours. I think our Instagram is Jersey Shore Ghost Tours as well. And we've got tours in Red Bank on Friday, Keyport on Saturday. We're running, I think, 2 or 3 tours a night now. And we've got, the coolest thing that we're doing is October 23rd, we're doing our annual Witch Walk. So it's a 10 o'clock ghost tour. And we ask everyone to get dressed up in their witchiest, best stuff.
Oh, that's so fun.
so cool. And we have a hat contest. So you get to win a prize if you have the coolest hat.
Gryffindor, Slytherin.
Vincent Price, yeah.
Oh, Vincent Price, yes.
Christopher Lee and Lon Chaney, yes.
Christopher Lee.
All the good old ones, yes.
Yep. Oh, and I should also mention October 27th, we are doing a little Creepy Parlour pop-in, and we're going to talk about the spirit of Halloween. And if anybody wants to stop in and be on the show and tell us about your favorite Halloween memories, I would love to have you.
Send me that information, and we'll get together something so that we can get it out all over for you.
All right, cool. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got to talk about wrapping up here. Sorting hat, yes, not the snorting hat. You would put that in Charlie Sheen's house for that. All right. So, anyways, Genevieve, we love you. We miss you.
Oh, I love you guys too.
We can't wait for the Creepy Parlour to come back.
It will. We're waiting. We got to get some stuff sorted, and then we'll be back. All of us here.
Fun. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Bob.
A pleasure to meet you, Genevieve. Really enjoyed listening to you. Thanks, Ted and Cindy. As always, great show.
Eric said, we doing a after show chat, Teddy?
No.
I cannot.
I cannot either.
I have to go get my son. But it would be great.
Night Gallery, Rod Sterling. Or Serling. I thought it was Sterling.
Yeah. Rod Sterling was amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd be in on that.
Yeah. So, guys, we started out the show talking about RochesterParaFest.org. Vendors, we're looking for you. We still have some things.
Vendor table, friends.
Yes. And hopefully, with any luck, Miss Genevieve will be joining us as well. Basically, line up real quick. Here's just the start of it. Daniel Class, Michelle Wagner, Krista Cesare, Cindy K. Thompson, who you see on your screen, Chris Sanders, Christy London, Steve Calls, Mike Ann, Bill Reap, Chris Reap, me.
Well, they can't see us then.
I know. Ernie Atwell, Mike King, David Seiler, Steve Berry, Pamela Berry, Trent Nielsen, Melanie Roshauer, Jack Kenna, Chance Davis, Andrew Shade, Ron Iacovati, Plato Angelakis, James Anito, Carl Johnson, and so many more. Carly was just in here too. There's so many more. That's going. That is going to be in Geneseo. That is March 25th, 26th, and 27th. And VIP party is the 26th. It's a Saturday night. It's cost you extra, unfortunately, because we have to more or less rent a room. And to have our event, there's going to be a live DJ, bowling, pool, darts, drinking, whatever you want to do. You get to sit down and talk with any of the people that are going to be there and hang out. So make sure that you'll be able to get tickets soon too. They're going to be going on sale on RochesterParaFest.org. So you'll be able to get your tickets in advance as well. So, all right. Cindy, what you got?
Oh, Barry said Rod Serling is buried about 25 miles south of where he lives. I didn't know he was in New York. That's amazing. That's amazing.
All right.
All right. So were you asking what I have going on? Is that what you were doing?
Yes.
Okay, friends. Tomorrow is Tarot Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do tarot readings, and we have a lot of fun.
Stop hitting your table.
What? Oh,
Stop hitting your table.
And then Sunday.
Doesn't fit.
Sunday we have
I'm gonna get one and make a mask.
Bipolar Dragons, where we play D&D at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then I do my either before or after. I haven't decided. Sundays I also am doing my All Signs Tarot. Are you okay, Jan?
I bashed my
He just
side of
bonked his head.
I hit my head. And
on that.
Is you bleeding?
No, he's not bleeding.
Then stop whining like a little bitch.
Oh Jesus! Wow!
You're about to take it. You're about to take it like a little bitch.
Woo! Whoa! Anyway, so then we come back to Monday.
Not with that little thing.
WLFE-DB.com.
Shall I prove you wrong?
Jesus Christ, can we stop talking about my son's dick, guys? Seriously? This is not the kind of communication and la la la. I'm done.
It's okay when Cindy does it.
Listen, we don't talk about my son's dick usually.
I wasn't really talking about your son's pee-pee either.
It's not a pee-pee.
All right. So anyways, yes, we're crazy. We embarrass ourselves and people and everybody else. So we apologize.
I don't apologize. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I do, because I'm not normally like that. So
It's okay, because you know my son and you guys can joke around like that.
yeah,
It's all
true.
right.
That's
It
okay.
is true.
All right,
My son
so
is 18, by the way, people, just so in case anybody wants to
be a jerk.
say something. Right.
All right, so Thursday, Teddy is doing a lecture.
Sounds like dinner Wednesday. So listen, Mike, we were thinking that maybe the next investigation we do should be a Bigfoot investigation when we all get together and do that.
Cool.
What do you think, Mike?
Okay, well, let me finish what I was talking about. I'm doing a lecture at the Avon Library this Thursday at 6:30. It's basically my outlook on the paranormal, what it is, how we research it, and the belief system, and so on and so forth. So come on out, hang out. We're just going to talk and have some fun. And if I can work it, we might even have Buddy the Bigfoot. You never know.
Oh, fun!
So he may be joining us.
Teddy, that won't be broadcast?
No.
We could why couldn't you set it up so it could be on your Facebook page, Teddy?
Well, maybe it would be fun for WLFE to get a bunch of paranormal people together and do something like that.
That would be
talk.
cool.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, maybe.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I was just
no. It's a good idea.
I think it would be a great
Good idea.
idea. He could very easily set something up at the library where his laptop is going live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on the table in front of him, you know.
Also, folks, if you're going to be in Virginia, I think this is Virginia, or is it West Virginia?
Did you already go and do, what do you call it?
Martinsburg Roundhouse is where I'm going to be on October 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Is that the one?
For Lori Johnson, yes.
Yeah.
That is a Thursday night, Friday night, and a Saturday night. They're even having a children's costume party. They're having clowns, magicians, face painting, karaoke. They're also doing a paranormal investigation of the Martinsburg Roundhouse. There's going to be vendors, an adult Halloween costume ball, plenty of prizes, dinner, music, dancing, wine. Vendors are welcome to stay set up at the Halloween ball if they choose. There'll be food trucks. It's $40 for the weekend for two people.
Wait, 40 for the weekend for two people?
Well, I'm trying to think of what this says. Food trucks except for during the ball. Cost $40 weekend for two people at your table. Bring your own table and get $10 off. Oh, this is for vendors. Adult costume ball is $25 a person. It's to benefit the Berkeley County Backpack Program and Roundhouse. And the children's party is $5 free. Children's Home Society of West Virginia. So, yes, it's in West Virginia. You can get some more information at spring4roundhouse@gmail.com. So that is the Martinsburg Roundhouse Halloween Extravaganza. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, October 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
That's so fun.
That
sounds like fun. It's my first time doing it, so I'm going to be there. So
I will be in Palmyra, New York.
with Buddy.
Shortsville, New York. Whatever. I think it's still Palmyra there. But I'm going to be doing a costume party. Woo!
Awesome.
And it's all pure fun. And
Well,
be
I'm going to be with
interactive.
Buddy the Bigfoot that whole weekend. So
Yes, you will.
I will be his handler.
And
Buddy
you're going
the
to be with
Bigfoot's
you're going to be
handler.
with Shira. You're going to
Yes,
be with Shira.
Sheila Auslander from up in New Mexico, New York. Yes.
No, up in Mexico, New
Mexico,
York.
New York, not New Mexico. Well, whatever.
It's Mexico, New York. Yeah.
Mexico, New York. But yes. Cindy and I travel from time to time, and Sheila and I travel from time to time. So all right,
And
guys.
I'm not invited.
She just reminded me of Lucille Ball there for a second.
Yeah,
I was
me
waiting
too.
for that.
Me too.
All right, guys, we
That
had
just
such a
shows
good
that I'm a
time.
very good actress.
Are you now? All right, for those of us overseas with no chance of getting there, okay, I gotcha.
Yes. So you got to be there or miss out. And then he said, for those of us overseas with no chance of getting there, LOL.
Yep. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Genevieve, we got to do this again when you get some time.
Yes. Well, Bigfoot with or without him, with or without you. Will Bigfoot with or without you? Yeah.
Wow. Wow. On that note, we're getting out of here. Remember, wherever there is darkness, there's always
delight.
Thank you for listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy. Catch us next Monday for another fantastic guest. Please check out our show as well as others on the WLFE DB Radio Network. And remember, like, follow, and share with everyone.
Join us at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.